Alright everybody, welcome back once again to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to do another reaction to another fan film, okay? Lately I've been checking out a lot of fan films because I love how a lot of people outside of Hollywood have a lot more talent than the actual Hollywood productions. I think all these people that are true fans of the characters, of any character that's that's out there in movies that has been poorly portrayed, they have these fan people the true fans have the ability to portray this character in a more appropriate manner, in a more expected manner by other fans around, and I think it's just beautiful to see this true talent around the world. So this one here that I was requested to check out is another fan film, of course, and this is called Red Son Genesis, a Superman fan film, okay, in 4K quality too. So I'm really a huge fan of good quality, and I can't wait to check this out. By the way, this is by Time Capsule Productions, all right, and I'm very excited to jump into this and check this out. Now, before I do though, I wanted to talk about how the lack of knowledge that I have of the Superman character. I need to definitely dig more into the source material, which is like the comic books and even like animated series. But these things I hardly dive into because I love realism. So I think that mostly when it comes to live action portrayals of the character, I think that attracts my attention a lot more. So over the years, I've seen a little bit of Christopher Reeve's performances. I think he did great just because of the time that this took place. The VFX were not very great, and then the suit design was very simple. But I think his performance as Superman was one of the greatest that I've seen. And also, fast forward to a couple years now, with Henry Cavill's performance with the Superman character that I've seen, that one was one of my favorites. I think he did such a good job that it was such a shame to let him go, or I think he quit or something happened there. But I wish he would come back as the Man of Steel. I think he was really good, and I have the physical copies back there of all the films that featured him as the Superman. With Batman vs Superman, with Man of Steel, and of course the Justice League, Zack Snyder's version, and of course Joss Whedon's version as well. But Zack Snyder's was definitely my favorite to watch there. But yeah, I have all his films there, and I think he did good. So I would have loved to see a Man of Steel 2, but I guess we're not getting it now. James Gunn is taking over, and I'm really open and excited to see what he's gonna do with the Superman character. So far, that what I've seen is that the reviews for the suit look of the suit have not been great. I can see that it's a little baggy, it's very bright, but I still have faith in James Gunn. I think his take on universes like Guardians of the Galaxy and the remake of the Suicide Squad, I think those were really good takes. I mean, really good films, great storytelling, good character development. I think he has a really good look on films and a good experience. I think his style is unique. So I'm very excited to check his adaptation of the Superman. I want to check him out. But so far that I've seen leaks, there's a lot of things that throw you off. With the suit design and the look, but I mean, this is just production leaks. I mean, I think the VFX and the in post and all that, they're gonna correct all of these things, and the suit's gonna look a little better with all of that going on. But the actor himself, by the way, he looks really good. I don't remember his name. I know he has an interesting last name. I forgot it, but he looks great. I think he looks very much like Henry Cavill, and he's got the look, and as well as Clark Kent look. I mean, I've seen leaks of him as Clark Kent. And I can see that they're going more for Christopher Reeves' look as Clark Kent. I can see what they're doing there. There's a lot of negativity with that, but I think it's fine. I think a lot of people are very used to seeing Henry Cavill as the Superman and his portrayal as Clark Kent as well. He did great in both roles, in both characters, Superman and Clark Kent. So I'm open to this one. I'm open to this one regardless of the critiques. I will definitely jump into his interpretation or his portrayal of the Superman character. But in this case, I want to jump into this one here, and I want to check this out and give you guys my thoughts right after. I'm very excited. So if you guys want to check this one out on your own though, you can click in the link in the description down below this video and check it out for yourselves. And again, I want to thank I want to thank this channel for reaching out to me and asking me to react to this. I'm definitely very honored to do this, man. I mean, I'm a huge fan of fan films, and unique storytelling with whether it's animated or live action. So I'm always happy when I get requests to react to these things. So Without any further ado, let's go ahead and check this out, and I will give you guys my thoughts right after once again. And yeah, let's check this out.
I can recall Hugh Everett's thesis. The ideas in the thesis were so strange to many people that they provoke strange names. Particularly, it produced a strange name, the many-world interpretation of quantum mechanics. A bus comes up to a fork in the road. It can go to the right, and the passenger in the bus sees it going to the right.
On DC
or it can go
Comics.
to the left, and the passenger will see it going to the left. What about the coexistence of these possibilities? When theory, one can think of them as going on in parallel.
Interesting opening there.
Присаживайтесь, пожалуйста. Всем спасибо, что пришли. Сегодня
This is taking
у нас
place in Russia?
замечательный день. Только что мне доложили, что наш Великий Союз достиг
France.
французских границ.
Oh wait, never mind.
Мы находимся в процессе интеграции Швейцарской социалистической республики, который мы завершим до новогодних праздников. А теперь я думаю, что мы можем предоставить слово главному корреспонденту газеты «Правда» Лене Лазаренко. Спасибо.
Даже после того, как Красный Вождь расправился с 4 командующими офицерами повстанческой армии, мятежники в Санкт-Петербурге отказываются отступать. Нам не удалось установить ни личность, ни местонахождение их тайного защитника. Он как сквозь землю провалился.
Хватит, Леночка. Достаточно. У тебя есть хорошие новости для нас?
Ах да, буду придерживаться сценария.
I can see the background is like stock footage kind of thing. Something like that. Whoa! Beat the train. As soon as I see somebody running, I just want to run. I love to run so much. It's like I feel all pumped already.
Ахал, это ты? Как школа?
Нормально.
Звучит не слишком многообещающе.
Просто в последнее время происходило очень много странностей.
Например?
Сегодня по пути домой я обогнал поезд.
Ну, это нормально, ты же растешь. К тому же эти поезда не обновлялись со времен царя.
Ну вот, когда ты «Жигули» обгонишь, мы и поговорим.
Почему вы мне не разрешаете играть в футбол с ребятами?
Oh, they know. They know he's
Я
got the powers
обещаю,
going.
когда-нибудь все станет на свои места, и ты все поймешь.
Со мной что-то не так.
С тобой все так. Наоборот, ты даже не представляешь, насколько ты особенный. Но придет время, и ты все узнаешь.
Садитесь.
Looks like him
Добрый
already.
день,
Is
Красный
that
Вождь.
him?
У нас много хороших новостей для вас.
Oh.
Сегодня отмечается год без насильственных преступлений в Москве.
А что с бездомными?
Да, мы решаем эту проблему в новых республиках до конца года.
Что там?
On track.
Какие-то беспорядки в Америке.
Riots in Gotham City raged on yet another night, claiming the lives of 8 people. Our lead reporter, Lois Lane, is there to capture footage from the scene.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'm here at the edge of the Narrows, which has been the epicenter of the protests for the last 4 weeks, while the protesters continue to drive back the National Guard's defense lines. This self-proclaimed Gotham Autonomous Zone is growing bigger by the day, and the riots have now reached the East End, by Wayne Enterprise headquarters, where we filmed the following footage earlier tonight.
Туда им и дорога.
Когда-то они были процветающей нацией. Они помогли нам победить нацистов.
Красный Вождь. Они не знают, что такое равенство, братство, советский образ жизни.
У них всем управляют одни олигархи.
А ведь жизнь могла бы сложиться иначе. Мы бы могли оказаться на их месте, а они на нашем.
Их преступность вышла из-под контроля. У них люди голодают. А им все равно. Все деньги уходят на строительство боеголовок и их запуск в океан.
Именно поэтому мы сможем их спасти, Лена. Я могу их спасти.
Они думают только о своих свободах.
Свобода – это иллюзия. Продолжайте в том же духе, товарищи.
Повстанцы. Они приближаются к границам нашей обороны.
Я о них позабочусь.
Oh, it is.
Слышу? Играй давай. Шулер. Сам ты шулер. Твою мать. Ты твою. Стоять! Ты что ты делаешь?
Что это за место? Что здесь происходит?
Мы ждали тебя. Мы знали, что рано или поздно ты найдешь это.
Ты не ответил на мой вопрос.
Мы называем это Голиаф. А здесь? Здесь мы проводим наши исследования.
Lion.
Сначала мы думали, что это американский спутник-шпион. Но быстро сообразили, что данные технологии опережают наши на целое тысячелетие. И даже самые светлые
It's
умы
his,
не смогут
huh? It's the ship where he came in.
Мы накрыли их свинцовым одеялом, чтобы
not
наши
the
враги
ship,
не смогли
да.
добраться до него.
Ладно, ну а я тут при чем?
Ну, потому что Голиаф приземлился именно здесь и прибыл сюда в тот же день, что и ты.
Кто я такой?
Мы вырастили тебя. Мы любили тебя как своего родного. Ты пойми, что когда спутник отправили в космос, мы все надеялись, что где-то там, на другой планете, мы наконец сможем найти новую жизнь. И как мы удивились, когда эта новая жизнь нашла нас. Еще так скоро.
После того, как ты прибыл на Землю, наши технологии начали развиваться со скоростью света во всех направлениях. Медицина, транспорт, здравоохранение, оборона. Теперь мы можем построить мир, о котором раньше не могли и мечтать.
Ты поможешь создать нам мир, где нет ни бедности, ни преступности. Ты поможешь создать нам общество, о котором Ленин мог только мечтать.
That was in the time of Lenin?
Мы назвали тебя Халел. Наша семья еврейского происхождения, и вот на нашем родном языке Халел означает «голос Бога».
Really? That's pretty cool. There he is, outside of the earth. Oh, nice! Time to catch some relations. Okay.
There were violent clashes last night between federal troops and the Gotham separatists in what is now the 4th consecutive week of escalated conflict. It is believed that the rebels have been receiving Soviet
How is this
support.
all created, like these environments? I mean, is it like what did they use? I wonder what they use, like CGI or stock footage or combined both.
Why did you guys drag me to this shithole? Some masked rebel in St. Petersburg sent us the coordinates. Said it was the key to find what we're looking for. Ah, yes. Our little rodent friend.
What are you doing barging in here like this? I will show you what you want, Mr. Luther.
Oh, that's...
I have no idea what this is. There's nothing else on Earth with the same chemical composition.
Where did you find it?
It was found after a meteor shower about 30 years ago. It glows when we
Expose it to sunlight. Yes, it absorbs radiation from our sun.
What do you mean, our sun?
This rock is from a dying solar system, one with a red dwarf. In other words, a red sun as opposed to our yellow sun.
Are you saying that they are...
What I'm saying is that our national security just got a whole hell of a lot better.
Oh, that's it? Ooh, I cannot wait to see a part 2 for this. I think that was a good casting for Lex Luthor. That was very good. These are all the cast. Okay, very good. Yeah, I think that the whole casting choices were really, really well done. The actor for Superman seems great too. Yeah, I need to get a little more knowledge on Superman and like his enemies and a lot of the things that happen around him, because I still have yet to get some knowledge on that. If you guys have a recommendation on a comic for this, recommend it down below in the comments. A comic book I can read about this. Oh, here we go. St. Petersburg, USSR.
Помнишь, в прошлый раз чем закончилось?
Он единственный, у кого есть то, что может нам помочь. Давай, тяни!
Oh, is this? Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, this is interesting. All right, you guys, there you have it. That was Red Sun Genesis, a Superman fan film in 4K by Time Capsule Productions. You guys nailed it in this one. I mean, what can I say? I feel the acting was good. I feel the environments were good. Some of them I can tell they were like a green screen in the background, or it could have been like a stock footage. I'm definitely interested to know where you got these shots. Like some of these shots that looked, they looked fully CGI, but they looked very good. I think they were well created. I can see the effort that was put into this film with the environments, with the actors, and all of these things. So I'm really interested, but I think all of that was great. And well, I did mention the acting, the casting was great. I think the Superman casting was decent. I feel that the actor definitely committed to the role. He showed a lot of seriousness, a lot of leadership, definitely self-confidence, very strong character in the actor. So I think that he had a lot of great, strong characteristics, very strong qualities. So I feel like he did a good job. I mean, definitely a good job. And the suit design for the Superman character, well done. Well done. This actually looks a little bit better than what we're seeing so far with the new Superman suit, with James Gunn's version. I'll be honest there, I think this one was very much inspired by Henry Cavill Superman, just because of the dark blue tones that I saw in there. It was just so well designed. Now there was also some shots that they looked very green screen, looked a little flat, but it's okay. I mean, it wasn't much of a big deal. I can see what was happening. Sometimes as a viewer myself, I just really get caught up on what looks really convincing and what looks really realistic. That I forget the storytelling, so I really liked or tried to put my focus rather on the storytelling than just how good does the film look, right? Like the environments and things like that, the CGI, the VFX. So I really wanted to see what the story, how it's portrayed here. And I think this was really well done. This was really well done. So let's start off with the time this took place in. And it looks like it's, rather than the US here where Superman arrives, like in the films, how normally I've seen them, he's in Russia, right? During the time of the Soviet Union, when Lenin, I believe, was in leadership, something like that. Not too familiar with that, but just judging by the flag that I saw, the old flag they used to have during the Soviet Union, and then of course the national anthem playing in the beginning. By the way, that's a really nice national anthem. I think the best version of that national anthem that I heard was in the Rocky IV movie when he faces Drago, right? Ivan Drago, and then they play the song during his walk-in at the final boxing match, the final fight. I think that was such a great song. Oh my god, it was so well performed. But I love the Russian national anthem there. So that was definitely recognizable, the time that it took, the place that it took, the country that this took place in. And that was interesting. So it was definitely very interesting to see where this took place in. And I like that. I like that this is very unique. This is definitely a fresh start, fresh take to Superman. So it looks like he's on the Russian side though here. He visited Russia, and then they're kind of relying on him to protect them and, attack any threats. But rather than attacking, he actually feels he needs to protect, right, and help others around them, right? So he definitely is showing a side where a lot of the Russian people, like during that council meeting or wherever it was, like they don't agree with him. But at the same time, he's there to protect anybody. So let's talk about that really quick with the actor himself that's portraying Superman, because this is definitely what I was waiting for throughout the entire film here. Of course, we see a little bit of the parents that adopted him, or where he landed, right, in that farm. Lois Lane, and then his dad, I forgot his dad's name actually, but we get introduced to them, and so we get a little bit of flashbacks during his childhood, kind of like back and forth with him as an adult in Russia and him as a child. And so I think the interaction between them was also great. I can definitely see the effort they were putting into their performance. Especially like the not did I say Lois Lane? Not Lois Lane is It's the girl he loves, right? His mom, his adopted mom, I forgot her name already. Oh, Martha, of course, right? It's Martha, not Lois Lane, Martha. So Martha and the dad, when they get introduced, I can see their relationship. Like the chemistry is there. The acting of the kid is really well done. I really like his performance as a child Clark Kent or as a child Superman. He does a great job. He doesn't overdo it or anything like that. There's a scene where he's running towards, he's running on the side of the train and the train's kind of like getting past him a little bit there. I can tell this is like a green screen footage, but it's cool. Like I'm just trying to focus here on what is going on. So afterwards he starts to race the train and he beats the train. And so obviously curiosity strikes and he says, what's going on with me? I just beat the train. And so you can see that Martha, his mom, and the dad are trying to cover up what's really going on. And he's a very special person and all these things. I love how this was portrayed in the film as well with Henry Cavill, right? So I love how this was portrayed as well, where he's starting to see things as he grows up. He can hear things a lot louder as well. So all these things he hears multiple things at once. So I thought that was well done. I thought we were going to see a little bit of that going, but it was very short, or they just kind of showed him discovering his ship eventually where he landed. And that was, I don't know what that thing is called. It's not a ship. I totally forget what it's called, but he eventually discovers what is being guarded inside like a little, shack there or something. And he goes in there and he realizes, hey, like that's the thing where I was in, and it just kind of reveals to that point really quick. And then, it just kind of comes back and forth to him as an adult and him as a child. But we get more of him as an adult, which is what I wanted to see. And when we saw this introduction of him, like finally, with a suit and about to blast into the sky, I thought that was really, really well done. And you get this like city in the background that's fully CGI. I can see that, How was that made? I would definitely like to know how that was made, like when it comes to the environments. But, he kind of gets this view of the city. I don't even know where he's at, to be honest, in that part. I might have missed that. But eventually he flies up, and I think that whole like scene there was really well, executed. It was just so well done. Some of the effects look a little flat. I mean, I will be honest, like when he's flying around the planet, and then when he's hovering outside the planet there with his cape flapping, I thought that was decent. It was, but I can see what they were going for here, and it was just so well portrayed. I would definitely like to see this in an actual like real high budget movie. I mean, if we can do a part 2 of this would be great. Finally, as the movie progresses, we meet Lex Luthor, right? Which I think was a better portrayal of the Lex Luthor character than the one we got in Batman vs Superman with I forget his name too, the kid from Zombieland. I really forgot his name, but he did fine. I think he did great, but I think Lex Luthor's casting was very young. I just think that he didn't seem as intimidating, but he did play it off as like somebody unstable and kind of crazy and things like that, but it just didn't fit the Lex Luthor character. I mean, Lex Luthor is supposed to be like an experienced man with a lot of knowledge, definitely a lot of years in his life now, and he's got all these bodyguards and a lot of power. Not like a kid who's just kind of like, living off of his dad's, like success. It was just really weird, but I thought this was good. I think the way they showed him like discovering, the Goliath, I think was a really good scene, because as soon as he started delivering his lines, I think he delivered them powerfully. I feel like there was a lack of like bodyguards around him though. It seemed like he was just on his own, and he didn't seem too like powerful in that part, but I think his line delivery was well done. I mean, I think that covered for it. And then of course you see him looking at the Goliath with potentially, like to gain power and all these things, right? So I like that scene that was just shown. And then of course, finally the film cuts to a final scene after the credits, after they show Lex Luthor. It cuts to the credits, after credit scenes, and then we see these two guys running up a building, turning on Batman's signal, right? And I really, really was thrown off. I was not expecting that. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be connected to Batman vs Superman. And I really, honestly cannot wait to see this as a part 2. So overall, my thoughts, I would say this film was really good. Even though, again, I saw a lot of green screen and like, CGI shots that looked very CGI. And some shots looked a little flat, but I love the way the story was portrayed. The acting was well done. I can see that the performances were strong. The actors really committed. And the suit design, I can't complain about it. I think it was really good. I wish we would have seen more of it, you know? But overall, this was well done. And then finally, the last thing I would say is if we can make this into like a, you know, a high production, like a, you know, if we can like ask like the big Hollywood studios to make more storytellings like this, you know, I think the movie Man of Steel had that, where it took its time telling their story. And a lot of the times right now with these films that are coming out, they're missing that. I think they're rushing a lot to like comedy, they're rushing a lot to action, and they forget a lot of the storytelling part of the films, right? Just because they want to entertain rather than tell a good story. So when I see these types of fan films made, I mean, I really appreciate the fact that these, you know, all these small productions are focusing on good storytelling and good character development, and that's what we need to see. So if we can, you know, bring these fan films out a little more and more reactions to them and bring them out to more exposure, all these higher budget, you know, Hollywood productions can get an inspiration from these smaller fan films and create better stories, you know, so that way we can be entertained in a better way. So all of these fan films that I'm watching, I'm just getting so much more into them, and I'm very appreciative of what these smaller productions do to make these characters come to life. So, I mean, all in all, my thoughts on this were just, it's all positive, man. This was all well done. And, you know, I really just appreciate you guys for reaching out to me and asking me to react to this. I really am grateful to do this for you guys. And, you know, as well as these other films that I've reacted to with like the Wolverine, the Spider-Man, you know, that I've seen so far. I can't remember others that I've reacted to anymore because I've done so many videos, but yeah, I've done reactions to, like these other fan films. I mean, I just see that these small productions are doing such a good job trying to get a better sense of storytelling out there, rather than like just us focusing on Hollywood films, which is have, of course, higher budgets and, you know, a lot fancier looking, you know, sceneries and all that, like a lot fancier productions. I think that these are all forgetting about good storytelling. So, you know, in the end, I'm just appreciative of all of this that's happening. And thank you guys so much for giving us entertainment as well. And thank you once again for reaching out to me, you guys. Keep it on, you know, keep reaching out to me. I would really appreciate that. If you guys make a part 2, let me know. And of course, I'm subscribed to the channel, so I will definitely, hopefully be posted on that if you guys decide to do a part 2, which I'm pretty sure you will. So I'm definitely excited to check that out too. You guys, thank you so much for watching this with me. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought. And you guys, don't forget to subscribe to Time Capsule Productions like I have done so today. I really enjoyed their video. And of course, subscribe to this channel as well. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like it. And of course, leave a comment if you have one. And if you have something to share it also in this channel. And let me know what you guys thought once again in the comment sections. In the meantime, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching this with me. And I will see you guys on the next reaction. Take care.